got.
In other words, we as members can never change the amount requested. It has to be what they.
Correct. But they were requesting more than they got.
Oh, okay.
So they were requesting.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a bigger request out there. Yes, but their current funding was so much, so then I think subsequently that might have stayed the same. Yeah, they stayed the same. But that motion did go, there was some discussion, but no, it wasn't over what was requested.
And is there any other suggested changes? I would like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes as read.
So moved.
Is there a motion? Is there a second?
I'll second. Go ahead.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? If there's no discussion, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, signify by saying nay. Motion passes. Are there any citizen comments?
We don't have any citizen comments.
No citizen comments. We'll go ahead and move into the fifth item on the agenda, election of new officers, chair and vice chair. Are there any nominations for chair and vice chair?
I nominate Mr. Robert for chair.
I'll second that motion.
I'll accept.
I'll second, or I don't know if you need to, all right. Just.
Nomination, I think we take it to a vote.
Is there any other nominations for chair?
Does anybody else want to run for chair? Y'all want to vote for Robert
We should
Davis?
Close nominations and then
Those nominations for chair?
acclamate, just by acclamation, since I'm the only
Okay. So,
candidate.
Robert Davis, chair. Now would someone like
I know I
to?
open nominations for vice chair. Are there any nominations for vice chair?
If you're waiting, I nominate you for vice chair.
Okay. Any other nominations?
Any other nominations?
If there's no other nominations, I'll move to approve by acclamation. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. All those opposed, signify by saying nay. Motion passes.
Great.
To a new chair and a new co-chair.
Great, congratulations.
We'll start discussion on the upcoming budget presentation.
Yes.
Can you give us some information on that?
So, just to give you all a little update, Manuel De Luna is no longer the liaison to this committee. He is still part of the city, but in the department. So as of right now, you'll see emails coming from myself, Tina Martinez, Programs Administrator for Community Development, Arturo Garcia, the Director, or Ms. Alejandra Salceda, which she's an administrative assistant here with us. Now, as far as I think their last meeting, we did discuss that we would give you some updates on budget. Unfortunately, they still haven't given us a schedule, but it is scheduled to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I will share with that as soon as I have that. And hopefully there is like some sort of, I mean, they always give us a schedule on what days they wish. Well, actually, they don't tell us Monday, they just kind of say Monday through Wednesday.
They give us a range.
Yeah, they put them in order.
We don't know what week that might be.
Yes, it's gonna be next Monday.
Next month.
The 30th, right? Sorry, the 26th,
The
26th,
26th.
27th, 28th. That's how it's scheduled. So we normally start on Monday, the 26th, around 5:30. So if anybody on the committee would like to participate and go, I'll send you the schedule as soon as we have it, and hopefully, you know, we can range it a little bit. And,
Monday what?
Sorry?
The 26th
Monday the 26th it starts
at 5:30.
at 5:30.
And that's here at City Hall?
City Hall. And usually,
No, right, when, okay.
usually the presentations, they try to keep it to like 15, 20 minutes, but with discussion, we never know.
Yes.
Or they might move people around from the schedule, so, but, y'all can reach out to your council
You
members.
said you might provide a listing of the schedule, right?
And sometimes the council can move one of those items up, like whenever they see committee or the public there, they are able to move some of the items. But I will share with you what we're gonna present, and I gave you a paper copy of the presentation, if you all wanna just look at it. So they usually do ask us to present third-party funding. Third-party funding is one that the committee, the council is always eager to see how what the recommendations from the committee was. So the council will ask us to present. So we kind of give them. Maybe I'm too far. Let me get closer so y'all can.
Oh, there, it's working on the bottom.
Yeah, I saw that.
There.
There you go.
You have to move it to the top.
Okay. So we just like to give an overview. And this is usually for when we have new council members. So we just give them an overview of what the purpose of our third-party funding is. So we'll tell them that it's to address social problems, promote community development, help raise standards of living, and then the funding source, of course, our general fund and hotel motel revenue. We give them a little bit of the criteria that we've used to consider general fund funding. So general fund would be, they have to be a 501c3. They have to meet one of the principal purposes, and one of them could be support education, promote economic development, or promote health and wellness. So that's the categories we use for the general fund. As far as hotel motel, again, they have to be a section 501c3 nonprofit, and then every expenditure must directly enhance or promote tourism and the convention and hotel industry. They must meet one of these 9 criteria, and that this is as per state law. So as long as they're improving, maintaining a convention center, convention registration, advertisement, promotion of the arts, historical preservation or restoration, sporting events, enhancement of a sporting facility, tourism, signage, promoting sites and attractions. So as long as they fit, that's what we've done, that the committee's evaluated and make sure that all these do. So I will present them with the recommendations, and I'll show them what the current funding is, what they've requested, and what the committee recommended. And it just depends on how quickly, they'll wanna, move things around or leave as is or ask any questions. But usually what I like to point out is any real changes. So I'll just mention that, number 3, Holdings Institute was a new recipient or a new application. Gateway was a new application. Pet Alive was a new application. Habitat. I'll just give them those kind of updates. I'll tell them that since Special Olympics did not apply, we kind of distribute that 10,000 within the other. It was that 10,000, and I believe someone requested less. It was those 10,000. Yes, correct. And Boys and Girls Club requested 5,000 less. So that those 15,000 was what you all just distributed evenly, and you left everyone at the current amount. So although we didn't suggest anything, like if they were asking for an increase, we just kind of left it because, of course, budget-wise, we were advised that the budget stayed fairly the same. Y'all have any questions on that one? And then I'll go to the hotel motel, and again, I'll highlight that LULAC number 7 did not apply, and we got one new application, which was the Alumni Association for TAMIU, which kind of, we gave that amount to the new organization. And everyone, the only difference is that here we did give, someone else did go down. Okay, so Laredo Chamber of Commerce was actually voted to go down. So, I might not mention that if they don't ask. It's just...
I can explain it.
Yeah, we can explain it.
The process of how that happened.
And of course, sometimes they won't even let me, they'll go right into the questions. Like, as soon as they see the list, they'll start asking their questions. So if they give me an opportunity, I'll just highlight those instead of reading the whole
Some of these were obligations that had to be met anyways, right? I
Yes.
thought there was a few of them that they were just
So under,
like contracts or something.
yes,
Yeah.
under the, under general fund.
Yeah.
I don't believe hotel motel, no, I believe under general
General
fund,
fund.
yes, did have,
There was a little theater or something like that.
No, it was
it's the one right
the
here.
Center for the Arts.
Yes.
And then also Ruth B. Cowell.
But I think there was, they also have a contract with the theater or something like that. Yeah. Something like that.
Theater, I don't know about the little theater, I know for sure it is the one on,
Yeah, it says rent for building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, so maybe that one was the
Yeah.
one that he asked also,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to double check that,
Yes,
because I'm not too sure, but I do know that the Center for the Arts is one of the.
yeah, I think I know for the Center of the Arts, it is one that
Yeah,
we were
definitely that
asked
one is one
to.
of them.
And then I know Ruth B. Cowell,
Mhm.
I'll double check on the regular theater. Okay, and, that's it. That's, I mean, we just keep it very short and to the point. I mean, there'll be discussions, sometimes there'll be long discussions, sometimes there'll be short discussion, but like I mentioned, you all are welcome to join us and.
I'll be available.
Okay.
I'll make myself.
Okay, good. And I'll share as soon as I have the schedule, I'll share it with you. And,
So do we vote to approve it or no? Oh, yeah, you already voted.
This was, the amounts are just, I guess this was more informational purposes, so y'all can see our presentation. If you're not able to join us, you can see how we present it too. It doesn't require a motion.
I guess that's it for item number 6. I guess we'll move on to the next, item number 7, discussion on the upcoming new ordinance schedule next meeting.
Yes, I had in regards to scheduling our next meeting, there was a request that if we could, schedule next week or in the next 2 weeks due to the Metro application.
Oh,
That I don't know if any of you all saw, yes.
This one?
Any of you all saw Monday's, council meeting? The transit department did take the 3 requests, or the 3, I guess, allocations, for award. They presented it, and there was question from council, and they actually asked for third-party committee to reevaluate, they motioned to award 2 of them, and they wanted the reevaluation of the STDC, South Texas Development Council. They wanted to ask the committee to reevaluate it.
So which ones did they vote to approve?
so pretty much they asked for us to
Redistribute.
redistribute and not give them the $58,000 that we had initially.
So council said to reevaluate.
So
This is what happened, and I did ask, I did ask the transit center to come and join us, so to better explain,
There were 3 applications.
but, if you all do wanna.
So which one was the one that denied? Because you said there was 2 approved, and they wanted you to reevaluate.
So they approved
I think what they
the,
want is
Yeah, that's the information I think I need.
okay,
they want
so, and we can't well, we are discussing it in the sense of to schedule the meeting. But since it wasn't an item, we can't really discuss too
So-
much
so
on
we need
it.
to have
So all
this.
we're talking about is
Understand.
scheduling the meeting.
To discuss this?
Yes, but I can give you all information so you're able to know why we want to discuss the meeting. So the city did award the El Metro, City of Laredo Metro, your recommendation amount, and Ruth B. Cowell, your recommended amount. But they did pose the question, or they asked, the request was for the South Texas Development Council application to be reevaluated. And I believe they had some questions on the service area. I did invite Metro to come to us so that they can explain to us what criteria they were questioning or they were asking to reevaluate, but they weren't able to.
Did you see the council meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Who was the person that asked?
Who was the council member that asked? It was, I believe, District 4, Mr. Torres and Ms. Villalma. And it's available online. Y'all can, if you all go to the live meeting, y'all can click on the actual agenda item where it's when they vote to become the transit board, because they're also technically the city council is the transit board.
Okay.
They have.
So next week, the 28th, Wednesday, should we do this before the budget process?
It's gonna be, I mean.
And I did want the transit to come to tell us that, like, what was their urgency, how soon did they need this? But they weren't able to join us, so, I mean, I don't, if you all can meet.
Will we do this during lunch or in the evening?
You all let us know, and we can schedule us.
Just as long as I know.
The only thing is, remember, keep in mind that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, no, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we have the budget meetings in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So you won't be able,
So-
so maybe Thursday afternoon at 5:30, the 29th of August?
I will be here on the 29th.
You will
I'll
not
be
be
in
here.
San Antonio.
The following week?
September?
The 4th of
September 5th, 4th.
September
That's
5th?
Labor Day.
Is that,
Labor Day's Monday,
is that late Monday the 2nd?
But not.
so the 5th,
The 5th, the Thursday?
Thursday? You'll be here next, you'll be Wednesday.
I mean, if y'all do it Wednesday on the 28th, I can be here. I mean, I'll be here.
But
the thing is that we
No.
don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
our
that's right.
budget.
Budget.
The following
So they-
Wednesday.
Yeah,
The following Wednesday, the 4th, yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
In the afternoon? Yes.
Yes.
At 5?
Right.
Can you do it 5:45?
Yes,
Just to allow us to get a little time. to
And
get
I'm
there.
very sorry that I realized when, after I posted it, that I was reading the minutes and I realized that we requested 5:45.
5:45 is better for so we
Yes.
can travel
No,
and get here in time.
Okay. So yes, we'll schedule it. I'll send out, I'll have to send out the itinerary. If there's any other agenda items that you all want to discuss.
Should we put that in a motion for the next?
Yes,
week?
of course.
And entertain a motion for the next meeting to be on the 5th of September, you said? 4th of September, I apologize. Wednesday at 5:45. So moving, we have a second. All, if there's no discussion, all those in favor? Say aye. All opposed? Motion passes. If there's no other business, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So,
It's been motion and second to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
I.
All those opposed, signify by saying nay. Motion passes.
what do you close this?